All right, motherfuckers. So listen up. So I'm bulking right now, but obviously I know how to cut. Here's my credentials. But I'm gonna teach you my biggest tips, how to cut really. Even though I'm bulking right now, you know, everyone's trying to cut right now, so I'm not gonna teach you how to bulk when, you know, that's not what people want. So I'm gonna teach you, you know, my ways and, you know, just the general smart way. There's a lot of fads, a lot of myths, you know, higher reps, lower weights, should I do, you know, no carbs, or should I do high fat, no carbs, and this and that, but bro, it's pretty fucking simple, so watch this shit. But for today, I'm just gonna show you one meal, and then I'll go into talking about it, and then might do a little, like, you know, a little TED painting talk, because it's Saturday, April 9th. The active video should be coming out in 30 minutes, so I'm filming YouTube videos every single weekend, and editing during the week to post on the weekend, so they're posting on Saturday, and then I'm filming another one on that Saturday, so I can post one a week. It's just as much as I could do, and it's honestly a grind in itself. But first things first, the biggest rule of cutting is you want to feel satisfied on the least amount of calories. So that means you need to get lower calorie foods that, you know, are still practically the same. So like this is, you know, 70 calorie bread compared to, I don't have another bread, but, you know, usually other bread would be 210 calories, and that's like, boom, you know, 130 calories, 140 calories just out of your pocket. Little things like that. More things are, you know, having low calorie foods, low calorie, high volume dense foods. I've said this before in my past full day of eating video. That is like my main key, whether it be cutting, even on bulking, because my metabolism and like my hunger still isn't up to par to eating. So I still do low calorie, high volume. Examples of this are potatoes, cauliflower rice, fruit, you know, things like that. Especially for cutting, you really want to incorporate fruit and veggies, because you can eat high volumes of that and you'll get leaner, like, at the same time. So if you do that while cutting, you're gonna be good. Same thing goes for lean bulking as well. That's what I'm doing right now. So I'm gonna make some French toast. Teach you to do the slug too. Is that mold on it already? I'm just really trying to use this bread. I'm gonna make some avocado toast too, because whatever. But yeah, and then I'll give you guys some more tips on eating.
Necromancer, put a spell on me, with kisses so sweet they rot my teeth.
Man, so you got your bread. You did that shit in there. You did that shit real good in there. Alright? That should do that. Make sure this is on high, you know, pretty high. I have on 7. So, you know, right when it gets on there, it should be sizzling a little bit. But basically all that we have: 50 cal almond milk, about 100 milliliters. There's cinnamon in there, 2 eggs, and 150 grams of egg whites. So, and then we got a 50 calorie bread. So I'm gonna do as many pieces as I can until all this is filled up. Alright, bet I can't flip all 4 of these motherfuckers at the same time. Oh, I fucking did it. Alright, bro, I kinda fucked up. I'm kinda like eating a whole ass loaf of bread because I made too much. So do not do 100 milliliters. Do maybe like 1 egg. I don't know, lower the dosage of the ingredients. But check out, it's fucking 12:30 and I haven't ate yet, so I'm due a big ass breakfast. But hey, we're bulking, okay? We're bulking. We got avocado toast. And check out this fucking beauty, bro. Check out that fucking beauty, bro. What the fuck? So I will throw up the macros on the screen, but it's a lot. It's like fucking 170 carbs. I don't even know. This is not for cutting. Well, if you did like 4 pieces of bread, it would be good for cutting, but not 11. So yeah, this is perfect for cutting. It's a very low calorie, high dense food. So you should definitely be eating this like every day, you know, it cures a craving as well. Ooh, holy fuck, bro. This is, one, it's fucking amazing. Two, it's a bunch. Yeah, I'm just gonna scarf this shit down. I don't know if I can finish it all, but it's good as fuck. My God. It's so good. Got 11 pieces of down, so I'm just gonna fucking down the shit. So some more just general cutting tips. You do not want to cut too fast. If you cut too fast, you know, lowering calorie wise, you will lose a lot of the muscle that you worked for in the bulk. So you want to cut as slow as you can. So that means, you know, giving yourself enough time to cut. I think a good amount of cutting time, like depending how lean you want to get, is about 12 to 16 weeks. So about 3 to 4 months. So, you know, what's April? If you want to get cut by July, better cut now. Like, I mean, you should have been cutting starting in March, really. So yeah, and along with that, I don't think I even touched on this, and I forget that, you know, a lot of people aren't too knowledgeable on it. The best way to cut, I've found, is tracking your macros. Macros are carbs, fats, protein. They will make up calories. So calories are made up macros, protein, fat, carbs. You know, for each macro, there's a certain amount of grams that make up calories. I don't know, for general knowledge, you probably didn't know, or maybe you do know. For fats, every gram of fat is 9 calories. Every gram of protein is 4 calories. Every gram of carb is 4 calories. So carbs and protein are 4 calories per gram. Fats are 9 calories per gram. So they are generally what make up the number calorie, you know, your big calorie goal. So when it's hey, you need to be in a calorie deficit to cut, you know, things like that, that's where that comes into play. And the biggest rule for cutting is be in a caloric deficit. That is the end goal. If you're not burning more than you are eating a day, you will not lose weight. You will not cut, essentially. So if your main goal is to lose weight, you know, lose body fat, that's about it. You need to be in a calorie deficit, but you can't just boom shoot to a calorie deficit. You know, it's much harder than that. So say, you know, you don't eat right, you eat basically just shit. You know, it's not like, oh, the less I eat, okay, I'm gonna lose weight. Yeah, that might be the case for, you know, a month, but then you hit a plateau and you can't gain anymore, and you're like, bro, I'm eating fucking 1,200 calories. I'm starving myself, and I'm still not losing weight. So the best thing to do is start high on a calorie intake and go low every week, and go slow, because, you know, you want your metabolism to, you know, slowly go. But if you started here, boom, you only have this much room to go. You know, you start here, you only have this much room to go. If you started high, boom, you have this much room to cut. So, you know, that like leeway time, I think I would call it, is a lot more. So, but when you are at this high amount of calories, you want to make those calories clean. You don't want to eat shit, obviously. And even eating at those high calories when you aren't used to it and it's clean, you will lose weight and gain muscle at the same time. And then you cut and boom, that's pretty much it, simply. There's not too much about it, but the main thing is consistency. You know, if you're like I said, you need to track your macros. If you're not actually tracking your macros, yeah, you could have it in your fucking phone, but if you're not fucking eating what you're fucking supposed to, it's not gonna work. You know, people are like, oh yeah, I track my macros, and then I see them eating it out, which is fine. Like, you want to have a balance, blah blah blah, but like, you're not tracking your macros if you're not fucking putting it in your phone. Like, so yeah, no, that's pretty much cutting simplified. That's all I can think of right now, you know. So, you know, main tips: low calorie dense foods, low calorie high volume dense foods. One other thing I would say is fasting in the morning. You know, wake up, if you're not hungry, try not to eat, but it depends, because you have work and you need to eat because you're not gonna be home. But if on the weekends when I used to cut, what I try to do is not eat till 12, like how I do now. I was just tired. I stayed up to 3 a.m. editing the last YouTube video that just dropped. If you didn't watch, go watch the acne video now. But I try to fast in the morning, like as long as I can. and then that leaves room throughout the day to not eat. Because, you know, if you're hungry, you're gonna want to fucking eat, obviously. So if you're not hungry, you're not gonna want to eat. Yeah, so I hope these cutting tips helped. I think I'm gonna paint and we could talk some more. So yeah, stay tuned. So one more thing I forgot to touch on for cutting. Use body weight as just, you know, a tool to track progress type, but don't like rely on it. Oh, if I lost a pound, or I gained a pound, fuck, I need to drop my calories. So utilize it as, you know, a tool. So to mainly start a cut, as I said before, you need to start a little higher. So I like to start a little above maintenance calories even, but find your maintenance calories. You can find on a macronutrient calculator. It depends on your height, age, weight, things like that. But at the end of the day, I don't think that there's one that's like, boom, that's your maintenance calories. You know, you kind of set it yourself at a general range between like 500 calories. Yeah. So, you know, say it really is, you know, 2,530, but you start at 2,630. It's fine. Like, your body's kind of going to adapt to those calories. And then, you know, as long as you're just consistent, you kind of set your own base. So you set that maintenance calories and you want to drop about 250 to 500 calories a week or two. And that's when the body weight comes into scale, because, you know, you weigh yourself every single day. And if, hey, you're losing weight, cool. You want to lose like 1 pound a week, I would say, is a good amount. A half pound to 1 pound. So, you know, weigh yourself every single day after, you know, a week and you haven't lost weight for, let's say, like, I don't know, 4 days. Okay, now it's time to drop some calories. So you can drop calories and then you do the same thing. Okay, now I'm losing weight. I lost a pound this week. Cool, we're good. Let's drop calories again, and boom, and you just keep going and going. So it's really just like pushing and pulling and pushing and pulling. And then you could add some cardio in. You don't even need cardio, but you can if you would like to. Especially once you get lower, you want to use cardio, because basically that's just putting yourself in more of a calorie deficit and, you know, losing more weight. So what I like to do for cardio is either just straight run. If you like running, then that'd be good. Just cycling, and incline walk. I like to do like speed 8, incline 8, speed level 3.2 to 3.5. I think that's pretty solid. Steady state cardio is cool. HIIT cardio is also really good. You know, build muscle, maintain muscle with that as well. High intensity interval training is what it's called. Things like that would be like, you could do it on a cycling bike, sprints. You know, it's like going all out for a minute, taking you know, a constant for 30 seconds. So it's like, you know, cycling hard as fuck for a minute, and then boom, you're going regular for 30 seconds, and you repeat that, you know, 5 times, and that would be a good form of HIIT cardio. And yeah, and that's pretty much the basics of cutting. Get fucking shredded this summer, baby. Let's get it. This is what we got cooking up for dinner. I don't know if the music's too loud. Sorry. Roommates. I have 5 rooms in my house. I own my house, so I just rented out my rooms. And bro, I am the only one home. I've been like the only one home for a week, because one's visiting California and the rest have girlfriends. So the volume. Like, no one's ever fucking home, and I'm just living in this big ass house by myself. I mean, at the end of the day, if there's no pay, I don't really care. But yeah. Yeah, no, we got 99-gram turkey with mushrooms, spinach, avocado, half an avocado, 2 wraps, and then gonna put a little bit of buffalo avocado sauce. You know, every single week I've been going up, except this week I put it at a halt, because, you know, you gotta go slow. If you go too fast, you're gonna gain too much fat, and I've gained not substantial, but I'm getting up there. I'm 180. I weighed at 188.5 today, and my stage weight in December was 165. So I've gained 23 pounds in about 3 months. Because I remained like around like 170 until about like February. So about to eat this up and then come join me for a little TED talk. You know, we'll just fucking ramble, whatever. I'm just gonna speak my mind. I really don't care. Yeah, I'm the realist. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna spit some real shit. Yeah, no, I just feel like talking more about myself and, I don't know, letting you guys know me, because I feel like a lot of influencers aren't real. Like, you see, your favorite influencers, whoever they may be, a lot of them are not real in terms of, I don't know, share your feelings more. I don't know, let people know the real you type stuff. And I never used to be that way. And I mean, it's kind of weird I'm even talking to a camera because I really don't talk to like my family, I guess, But the reason why is because I don't feel like I'm talking to millions of people. I feel like I'm talking to myself. Social media is kind of like my journal. As you can see, like what I post is pretty personal, and I, full transparency really. So I leave nothing on the table. And I think one of the main reasons is because I used to be in such a bad place like last year. And one thing that I touch on my Instagram story is, dude, I had no thoughts in my head. Like my mind was just mindless. I would go through each day just working, go to the gym, go home, and my mind was just mindless. I had no thoughts, and I had a girlfriend at the time of like a year, and like she'd be upset because I wasn't, like communicative, and I wasn't like loving and stuff like that, and like, like she would try to talk to me, and I was just like, yeah, no, whatever. And the reason why is because I had no thoughts in my head. She was like, do you even think? I'm like, I literally had no thoughts in my head. Like, even like me rethinking about my past stuff, I would have no thoughts. And it's so weird, like, being mindless. And the reason also why, because the reason why I had no thoughts, because I had no motivation. I had no goals in life. I had nothing to work towards. So I wasn't thinking about the future. I wasn't thinking about the past. I was just in the present, just la la la, la la land. So it's something that I just want to share, and maybe make you realize, or if you're in the same situation, make you realize, have goals, have motivation. You shouldn't be living every day with no fucking thoughts. So you need to get somewhere in life, and at the end of the day, it really is up to you. No matter what cards you are dealt, you can change them. It's motherfucking dry as hell, for one. And for two, I bit it and the whole tortilla stuck up to my roof, and I was like, ugh, I couldn't taste nothing. I need some salsa in this too. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm gonna put up a picture. This was me like last year. Like you could just see the sadness in my face of, that I wasn't who I am now. And who I am now is a total 180. I wish a lot of people could know me back then, because you'd be like, holy crap, Fawn's really changed. And I think people can see that, but it was crazy. Like, Fonz wasn't even my fucking name. Like, people just call me Ian or Fawnville because that's my last name. Fonz was never even a thing. So yeah, I mean, this whole journey is just really changing. I mean, like, not even just social media wise. Like, I changed myself before social media even impacted my life in the way it is now. But and one thing I want to share, if you stayed this long, here. So my plan, once I'm done with my work here in Virginia, which I'll touch on at some point, but for reasons unknown, which I shall also let you know. But just stay patient. Once I'm done here in Virginia, once I'm done here in Virginia, I bought my house here, so I'm gonna rent out my house, and guess what I'm gonna do? Nobody steal my idea, first of all. Second of all, I'm gonna buy a Volkswagen Westphalia van and live in it, and travel across the country. Going to new gyms, traveling across the country, going to national parks, all by myself. And document all of on YouTube and live like solely off YouTube and all the social media stuff. So that's my plan for life for a bit. That won't be until next summer though. So yeah, it'll be awesome, dude. Like it's an amazing plan, trust me. So I'm gonna have like, going to one new gym for 50 days straight, or going to a new gym in all 50 states and bullshit like that. Like I'm totally gonna bring another vibe and aesthetic to the YouTube world, Instagram, and the fitness world in general, because I already have my own aesthetic, and boom, I'm at that. So if anybody does that shit, you know, you heard it first, and they fucking copied me. But that's the plan. I'm gonna do that next summer. Because, dude, I just want to be free. I'm very free-spirited, and I'm young. I have nothing to lose. I am not in a relationship. I mean, I really have nothing, so why not? I'm happy with the person that I am now. I don't think I would change a thing, honestly, because, you know, every little thing that's been in my life has led me up to this moment, and everything that I'm doing now is leading me up to, you know, different moments and different things in life. So, yeah, I'm proud of myself, you know. I'm in a house that I bought alone, and, you know, I bought this shit at 19 years old. I'm doing a lot of things in my life, I guess. So, I should be proud of myself. You know, thank you guys for coming to my little talk. You know, sometimes I just like to say what's on my mind. Don't have like too many people to talk to, but yeah. So you guys are kind of my friends at the end of the day, because I don't have friends. It's a Saturday night at 9 p.m. and I'm about to watch Harry Potter, and that's what I did last night too, and that's what I'll do tomorrow night as well. So, you know, you guys are my friends, and you guys, at the end of the day, like, keep me motivated and happy. You know, when I'm down, I see comments like, you know, you're my inspiration, and that's just crazy to me, and I'm grateful for everything. You know, I'll never take this shit for granted, this life that I'm building. So at the end of the day, any goal that you have, fucking get after it. Like, if you would have told me I'd be doing this shit a year ago, oh my god, I don't even know what I would say, but I don't know, I wouldn't have believed that I could turn my life around. So, as always, thank you guys for watching. Like, sub, comment, because YouTube is going to be my job one day. I can promise you that. I really feel like, I mean, I say this a lot, but I could do this shit, and I'm getting somewhere every single day. And, you know, it's not easy. It's really not. Like, you think social media might be easy, but it's not, bro. It's, you know, it can be taxing mentally, especially when you have other things in your life. You know, you have a social life, you have family, you have bills, and things like that. So, yeah. But thank you guys for listening. If you listened this far, I love you. Have a good night, and so long.